I wanted to touch on a follow up today, right? Overcoming heartbreak, overcoming a breakup, part two. Okay. So I was reflecting today and I'm writing a book right now. And, the book in the, you know, at this current time, it is the art of reinvention, it's the art of self discovery, right? And the book was inspired by my own heartbreak. It was inspired by the time I lost the life I genuinely desired, the life I had built out, the life that was given to me by the Lord, right? I had it all, everything I wanted in my life, the desires that I want, even to this day, and I lost it all. And within that time period of losing it all, I had to come to the realization that it was my fault. When you go through a breakup, when you go through a relationship, and being a man, the blame is always going to be on you. It's always going to be your fault. The woman could cheat, it's your fault. Let me tell you why. You became a different man, became most likely weak, complacent, too comfortable to keep on growing, to keep on polarizing, to keep the relationship exciting. That mysterious allure that you probably once had in the beginning of the relationship is gone, right? You probably gave her too much of yourself. And that's the realization that I had to come through. When I went through the breakup that I did, I'm a man who loves to give. I'm very generous, very generous. My family's generous, specifically my grandfather. He's very cariñoso, as they like to say in Spanish. Basically, he's very loving. When we go out to restaurants, he'll overly tip to the point where my grandma will be like, "Why are you giving so much in tips?" And he just has a big heart to give. And he passed that on to me. With my ex, I felt like it was my responsibility, because I was a young man going into being a man, to be responsible for burdens that were not even mine, truly. And when I came to this realization, it hurt me because not only did I know, but I ignored it and I betrayed myself in that process. I betrayed everything I had built up to that point for a fucking woman. You know what I mean? And of course, you love your woman, you you cherish her, whatever, right? But it was the fact that I gave up who I was, I compromised myself, I tied my identity into that relationship, right? And it took away everything from me, who I was. And to be honest with you, I could talk about all the times she asked me to be around, all the things she asked me for, but at the end of the day, it's my fault. It's my fault, and it was my fault, and I'll still continue to say it was my fault because the relationship ended. The complacency came into the relationship because of me. You see, women are going to reflect you as a man. They're going to reflect the man that you are, right? She reflected that and so much more because I had become lazy, I had become comfortable, I had become complacent, I had become ungrateful, I had become prideful. So when she left, and I felt all those things, that she was ungrateful, that she was complacent, that she was too comfortable, that she got too comfortable in the relationship, that she took it for granted. Guess what? She was just a reflection of me. I took my gifts for granted. I took my time for granted. I took what the Most High had given me for granted. So what do you think happened? Man is not made to be humble. Man is made to be humbled. See, and the most I could have left me in that relationship, but because he showed me love, he took her away. So I would learn. So I would fall on my ass and learn that I was fucking ungrateful. Wow. And I wasn't ungrateful in heart, in my heart. I was very thankful for the things that were going on in my life. I had gotten a new car. I was living the life I wanted. I was building the business I wanted. I didn't have to answer to anybody. I made my own schedule. I made my own fucking money. I was growing in respect with my family because I was growing esteem in my business, and I had a woman who loved me. But what that did to me was expose who I was. That when I got everything I wanted, that I did not have the shoulders to be able to carry all that responsibility. That even though I had traits of being a man, I was still a young man. I was still a boy who was lost and confused and unsure of himself and hesitant. Yes, I had took the chance on myself, the leap of faith to start a business. Yes, I became a leader in the relationship, in the business. I would have people seek me out for my services because I did car detailing, right? And I did it in a time where I needed to do this so I could have a job. I refused to get the C19. You know, I refused to get it, so I couldn't get a job without that certain certification that you needed to be able to work. So I needed to make a way, and the Most High He gave me the power to be able to do these things, right? But in that, I became ungrateful. I became prideful because I took something that He gave me, His knowledge, right? His word, and I stopped seeking it. I couldn't discipline my spirit to seek it. When I would read the book, I would be unfocused, right? And now I understand is because I lost total control of who I was. I lost total control of my body. So everything trickled down, right? It trickled down. It trickled from my mind, well, from my spirit to my mind, to my body, to my lady. And it was like an infectious disease. Comfort got me. And when I realized it, it was too late. So I want you to reflect, right? If you're going through heartbreak, I want you to reflect how this is your fault. And if it's 100% not, or 99.99% not your fault, so you think, I want you to reflect on what you could have done better. And I don't want you to do it out of pity. I don't want you to do it on the on the sense of, oh, what I could have done better for her. No, honestly, fuck the girl, honestly. What could have you done better? Did you give too much of yourself? Did you let too much disrespect slide? Because I know I did. And I knew better. Did you let her throw off your routine? Did you let her throw off your world? Because before my ex, I was someone who was always working out, who was into basketball, who was building himself up to be very disciplined. And I lost that because I let the comfortability get to me. I let the complacency get to me. So the real heartbreak is never losing the relationship. The real heartbreak is losing who you are. Because when you're in a relationship and you give yourself over to a woman, you already lost all that time, all that money, all that energy you invested. It's never coming back. But instead of sulking about it and crying about it and thinking, oh, what a, like, how can I get her back? Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Like, you, you go get you, sorry for blowing on the mic. You build yourself back up. You remind yourself who the fuck you are, right? This is how you get over a heartbreak, and you pour all that energy into yourself.